Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be going over the all-new Ford Expedition Timberline. With that being said, let's just pop right into the video. Let's go over the Expedition Timberline. So first off, powering this is a twin-turbo 3.5 liter V6, goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. It's good for 440 horsepower and then 510 pound-feet of torque. Now, let's actually kind of take a look at the details. So you guys can see here on the hood, it's raised just like with Ford's other products like the F-150, for example. And then you can see the new LED accent lights here on the front end. And then you do have reflector LEDs for the headlights themselves. And then notice how the plastic piece in the grille kind of goes through into the headlights. It's pretty interesting. Got the signature Ford logo right there. And then you guys can see here with the orange accenting down below, also on the tow hooks, parking sensors there, integrated into the front bumper that has that skid plate appearance. And it is a skid plate, but just like the Raptor where they like make it pop out, they do the same thing here with the Timberline. And I think it works really well. It makes it look fantastic. If you guys are wondering, the random cut was because my camera literally died right as I backed up. But anyways, you guys can see the tire and wheel setup here. We've got tires that are a little bit more aggressive because, again, it's supposed to be an off-road package. So you guys can see you got nice all-terrain tires. And then you can see the shocks and suspension are also upgraded as part of the Timberline package. Definitely cool to see that. And you've got the side steps here. And then notice that the mirrors are darker in color. And then you guys can see here with the door handles. And so you can see a lot of contrast, right, with black. And then this particular one's dark gray, right? But you have that all over the vehicle. And then you got the Timberline badge there on the side. And then popping to the taillights, this is what I thought was interesting, is that it doesn't have like LED taillights. But anyways, parking sensors there on the rear. And then you got the Expedition badge again with the orange accenting over it. And then Ford logo just up above that. But yeah, I guess I'll mention it again. Like I thought that, you know, since this is supposed to be more loaded up package, you'd have nicer taillights. But, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, opening up the rear, you can see storage space here is really good. This competes with like Chevy Tahoe in terms of rear storage, if you guys were wondering from a size perspective. And then, you know, another one that we reviewed recently was the Sequoia, the new one. This is also same segment as that. So this technically competes against the new TRD Pro Sequoia. You guys can see with the third row, you can raise and lower it, which is pretty cool. Definitely adds a level of practicality to the vehicle. And then pressing that just closes the rear hatch. And yeah, so pretty normal, like the regular Expedition. And so you guys can see there's Timberline badges all over so that people know that you have the Timberline. This was the most impressive part to me. The interior looks really nice. You can see the padding down below. And then normal door handle, they haven't changed that at all. But you can just see all the details here on the interior look really nice. And the seats as well. You can see with that contrast and stitching, the orange that's on the exterior, they bring it to the interior. So it kind of pulls everything together. Again, I think that looks really good. And popping in, of course, we had the old man slippers on that day. You guys can see you've got some cup holders right here. You've got the climate controls for the rear as well with some charging ports. And space back there is actually really good. As for the third row, you can fit adults back there comfortably as well. That's what's great about this segment of SUV. And you can see more cup holders back there. And yeah, just a really cool design with the seats and spacious in the rear, which is definitely what you want if you're buying this type of SUV. Popping here to the front, again, you can see the door panel is just as nice as what you have in the rear from an aesthetic perspective. Got all the padding, window controls there for the front, got the memory seat buttons, and you got more speakers for the sound system. And then you guys can see with the mirrors with the blind spot monitoring. And then we've got the seats here for the front, again, with the contrasted stitching. And yeah, it looks really good. So you guys can see here, power adjustments on the side of the seat, pedal layout just down below. And then you got the pedal adjustment, parking brake light controls, and, you know, button to open up the hatch, all that. And then you can see, again, with the orange accenting, it's pretty much all over with the vehicle. And the steering wheel, again, looks really good. You can see that you've got your cruise control, voice command control, volume controls. So it's basically the same steering wheel. It's in the new F-150. They've just popped it. And then same thing with the gauge cluster. It's pretty much the same gauge cluster as what you see in the new F-150 for, you know, full digital gauge cluster. Tried to turn it on. Didn't work, but, you know, at least I tried. But the interesting thing is this one has the tablet infotainment system. Again, I'm not sure why Ford's throwing this in all of their vehicles because they've got that horizontal one that looks great, but Anyways, you can see you've got the regular storage space here. Again, a lot of stuff carries over from the F-150 into the Expedition. So it's got the wireless phone charging area, cup holders, and then we do have the dial shifter, which is not in the F-150. And we've got the locker, right? So it's part of the Timberline package. And then we've got all of the driveline selects, including 4-wheel auto, drive mode select, and then we've got the massive center console, again, straight out of the F-150. And you can see all the stitching, how that goes through. And then popping over here, we've got the dual glove box. Again, literally same thing as what you see in the F-150. That one didn't want to close, I remember, it's kind of funny. But yeah, you can see popping here up to the top again with the panoramic sunroof. Definitely that's a lot more light into the cabin. But yeah, I think they did a good job with the interior on this. I think it looks great. And then here's the window sticker. It doesn't have pricing or anything, but at least allows you guys to freeze frame. Look at the standard equipment that comes with this and then the options on this particular one. And then aside from that, that is the new Timberline. I want you guys to let me know what you think about this. If you think that these big off-road, big third-row SUVs that also can off-road, if you think those are worth it. And if it's a cool vehicle, if you're like, not really, I think it's a pretty cool segment. And then here's kind of like your side view. But yeah, that's all.